At this time, the session and the recording have begun. So let's jump right on into it. You all are going to start in a fun little city known as Kurtoplia. It's a big city, one of the largest cities on the planet. Can we roll here? No, go to the dice rolls below. That's fine. It's just those two channels you need to pay attention to. Kurtopia is a pretty frickin' huge city, but recently they suffered a large attack during something known as the Blood Moon, which on World you all know about. Leonard, for your information, one night the moon was red and demons attacked, and this city suffered probably the worst. About half of it was razed to the ground. Many people were evacuated, however, so for the parts of the city that didn't get burned to the ground, it's overcrowded and dirty, and people are stealing and what have you. It's pretty shitty. They've been trying to do construction efforts, but it's been challenging, to say the least. So it's everyone out for themselves right now, in this part of the city at least.
Yes, the bard is playing, and can we roll here? Yes. I would assume we would be, not in the chat, but we would just use the dice channel.
Mm-hmm. At Sebastian in this channel that I have pinged you in. So, throughout the course of whichever day it is, give me a second to poke at scrap paper, day 129. Day 129 at about, we're going to call it 8 o'clock in the morning or so. So over the course of day 128, the three of you that were in the city saw various notices posted up. A treasure hunter is looking for a crew to help him recover a treasure for a share of said treasure. Inquire at such and so inn. Easy pay for easy work. Is the party interested in pursuing this? Going down the list.
Broken Anvil Inn.
The Broken Anvil Inn. Thank you. 1 XP.
Okay.
Broken Anvil.
But yeah, I'll go. Actually,
I will go.
Does Gatorman know common?
Gatorman knows common. Maybe not completely. What's your int?
15.
15? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I rolled a nat 1 for you. I should have made you roll it. Do you want me to make you roll it, or do you want to keep the 1?
I'll keep the 1.
Okay, yeah. You're completely fluent in common.
Okay.
Now, granted, people typically treat you with distrust and stuff. There's occasional old ladies that scream when they see you and hide, and several times you've had the town guard, like every time you enter the market, the town guard keeps their eye on you. You swear they follow you around. You think the half-orcs are treated bad. You're a fucking gator, man. Alright, Sebastian, are you also going to this meeting, my good friend, Amir? Okay. So, the Broken Anvil Inn, thank you, Aiden, is a pretty... Well, here, let me roll for it. Oh, actually, it's fairly nice, all things considered. Like, it's not too upscale, but it's a step above most of the dingy taverns you all have encountered in this part of the city. You will be meeting with this guy whose name I completely just forgot. So, you know what? Give me 1 moment here, please.
Jonathan.
Jonathan! Well, we'll see if his name is Jonathan. Haha, Jonathan, you are trying to catch treasure. Something, I don't know. No, the name is not Steve. I'm not swearing off of Steve, but... you know what? Sure, fine, why not? Wow, another fucking elf. You know what? Here. That's funny. Give me a second, making room for Jonathan. I'm not going to award XP for that, but I appreciate it. Alright, he is human. Comeliness-wise, he's 15. Oh, wow, he's actually fairly attractive. He wears plain clothing and has a dagger. And a bandolier with some darts on it, and that's like it. He wears leather armor. No, why that? Not leather armor. He's in plain clothes. Why is he in plain clothes? No, he has wet leather armor. Let me recalc his thing with that. That should be there. I really want the bard. It's killing me that we don't have the bard for some reason. Anyway, temp one shot. Pop this over to desktop. Save. Okay, if I accidentally close it, now we're good. Or if I lose power, I don't lose everything. So we have Jonathan there currently talking to your NPC companion, whose name is Catherine. She is an elf. And yeah, he seems to be interviewing her. Y'all are going to show up at various points throughout the day, and he's just going to do the general once-over interview with you. And he will explain the following. He has recently found a treasure map, and he believes it leads to quite a sizable hoard. The thing is that getting to the hoard could be a problem. You know, it's going to be out in the wilderness, and bringing it back and stuff. He could use all hands on deck. There's monsters out there, but this is a way to make your fortune, break out of Kurtoplia if you want, or move to the nicer part of the city that's more expensive to live in. As for the details of it, he's not sharing the map at this time, but he claims that it's leading to what he believes is a graveyard based off of the history books in the library he was able to see. Like a graveyard from thousands of years ago. He figures that the treasure may or may not still be there, but it's probably still there. The treasure map is also very old, and yeah. So, by show of hands, and by show of hands I of course mean say it in voice, y'all interested in said quest?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Aye.
Alright, now Sebastian, you're obviously muted, because you almost never talk in voice here. I can take it. Aye. Okay. And the elf cleric as well. I said she was a cleric. Oh no. Anyways, she says aye as well. So he says, alright, meet back here at 8 o'clock. We're going to go buy a wagon and a couple horses to draw it. And yeah, then we're going to head on out. So y'all will return to whatever you call home or sleeping arrangements, so you'll take rooms at said tavern. Is anyone doing anything special at this time?
No.
Alright, silence is consent for me to continue to advance the night forward. You're inside the city, the chance of encounters are small but never impossible, but I'm going to speed you all along here so you don't spend half the session chasing after a thief that stole 3 gold from Dom's character. Anyways, the next morning comes. I know, it's really amazing how they stole money you didn't even have. Y'all meet back up at the inn with Jonathan. And he takes y'all to the markets. If y'all wish to buy anything with your funds, now would be a good time, as he's going to get a wagon and 2 draft horses to pull it, and some other supplies. It's at this point y'all can, properly introduce one another, of course.
Bank account.
Sebastian, if you wish to buy pre-made Molotovs, you will find they do not exist, but glass bottles do exist, rags exists, and alcohol exists. And flint and steels exist. Anyways, so the woman identifies... Oh, this is the wrong sheet of paper. The woman identifies herself as Catherine. Yeah, she's just a cleric for one of the temples in town, she'll openly state. If y'all need to be fixed up, she's more than happy to help. And yeah. I really miss that the bard isn't working. I'm going to try and get it to work. I'm going to give you all this opportunity to introduce yourselves to one another. You can put it in off-day stuff or say it verbally. Leave.
Dom, you can go first.
Join. That's loud. That's loud. Ow. What the fuck, Bard? Okay, you don't have to type it. You can say it if you want. If someone can post in here formations they'd like to do for the wagon, your dude Connor is going to be manning the front, of course, with his map. And Catherine's good wherever you put her.
I'm just going to sit on the back.
Okay. And see the clicky-clacky. I'm going to verbalize this for the recording. Connor is a 6-foot-tall turtle. He's a giant bipedal turtle. In standard clothing, looks from what made to be 3 cloths stitched together with a weird sword-like weapon, and a really big backpack. Connor, do you wear that mask, or no? mask was for the quarter troll. Wasn't it for the turtle? Because, you know, he was going to be a ninja turtle? You know, the eye thing. Normally they give you a robe, but in this case they gave you an eye thing. So, whatever your name is, Connor, you're wearing that mask. In that case, Leonard, I highly recommend, well, everyone, I recommend you picture Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtles. Because that wasn't a joke. They actually did give that to you. It's your choice if you want to wear it or not. And yes, it is orange. Alright.
But that's not one of the colors, though.
Not on Grills' World. So, who else wants to introduce themselves?
Renekton is 6'8", 250 pounds, reptilian man. He has chainmail and a two-hander. And he is relatively okay. He has an 11 for comeliness.
That's 11 adjusted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Okay. So following the road is 10, 20, 30, 40...
And Amir is just a plain-looking elf. I haven't decided hair or eye color for it yet.
Alright. Well, Catherine is also an elf. Lighter skin, blonde hair, blue-eyed. I made it up on the spot, but that's what we're going with. In terms of comeliness, she's a 10. She's not very attractive. Charismatically, she's a 12, too. She's awkward and quiet, but she can heal you, and that makes up all the difference for charisma. So, I believe I already stated Jonathan's actually a decent looker with a 15 comeliness. Human, male, maybe in his early 40s or so. Starting to get some grays at the corners of his temples and stuff. Sebastian is typing, and I'm curious to see what he says. Otherwise, we're going to continue. I see him still typing. I'm going to start pre-rolling. Huh. The dice are interesting. Still waiting on Leonard to say something. Oh, I see Ralph 7 typing now. Alright, so at this point, I'm going to assume that unless you all have something very important to say that requires me to go backwards, I can keep going. 5 feet tall with a long sword. Very good, Sebastian. Actually, I don't know if you're still talking or not. I don't think... Yep, you are. Look at you all go. Clicky-clackies. Speaking of clicky-clackies, if you wouldn't know it, I've rolled several hours without encounters, so... Ah, we got a wagon formation. Okay, Buckboard would be Jonathan here. The NPC is Catherine, but yeah, Connor, Renton. Alright, well, party. Connor is driving the force. He's going to say we're going to be moving pretty briskly here, and y'all are going to set off at 9 a.m. unless anyone wishes to do anything special in the city.
No. What do you mean something special in your bio? It doesn't have a bio.
That's what's so special about it. Okay,
Parents are married.
Okay, so...
Yeah, I'm looking at it. There's...
After 4 or so... Yes. Haha, Aiden rolls dick size. After about 4 or so hours,
That's not its bio.
the wagon slows down to a halt. Y'all have been traveling south out of the city of Kertoplia down this lone, large, wide road that goes south out of the city. And that puts you at about here. And Connor stops the wagon and announces it's a break, lunchtime. He points to the sun, high noon. They all are in some grassy plains. Should you look over to the...
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Why is Connor calling it?
Not Connor, my bad, the NPC. Jonathan! Yes. So yeah, if y'all look out over to the east, dozens and dozens of miles away, you can see the treetops of the Dark Forest, another permanent fixture of life nearby Kertoplia. Terrible monsters said to reside within, and Jonathan assures y'all, don't worry, it's not in there. It's due south of here. We're going to follow the road for a bit, and then veer off to our right, away from the thing. Anyways, go grab some grub, and he sits down and starts eating a ration while keeping an eye out. Party members, those of you eating lunch, be sure to mark off your rations. Those of you not, be sure to tell me, and I'll mark off your tummy rumbles.
Okay.
And if y'all wish to talk amongst yourselves or with the NPCs, feel free at this time. I cannot believe that's like that many hours straight with nothing happening. Yes, Amir, you'll definitely notice, and Connor and Rankton, it's kind of up in the air, but I'm going to give it to y'all as a gimme. Both
What?
Jonathan and Catherine have magic crystals, of course, in order to survive the persistent gray fog that surrounds, the world. And theirs are both of decent size. Nothing too big, nothing too small.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of any other details that would be important or pertinent.
Well, you never told me if I saw color or not, so...
We never did determine that. I kind of don't want to do it just to be a dick, but let me check here.
Because if not, I see everything in red and black, so... Or, not red and black, but white and black.
You've got diminished colorblind. You've got, like, red-green colorblindness, basically. So yeah, actually note that down, and I'm gonna put that there. Thank you, Aiden. Good point. And yeah, obviously...
it wouldn't even matter. Crocodiles or alligators don't see in color.
Well, congratulations. As a player character that isn't a pure crocodile, you do have something special there. In the sense that, the DM isn't going to make you completely colorblind, but I am going to put it in your special thingy. Colorblindness, red to green. The most common human type of colorblindness.
Which is how they see to begin with. They don't see red and green.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, fun times. That being said, you know what the fog looks like. You know what a miasma crystal's protection looks like, given how you live in a city. So, yay. And yeah, your NPC companions react to the two of you as without magic crystals, as would be expected. It's like, oh wow, you guys really are monsters, but not that part out loud, obviously. Alright. Anyone doing anything special during lunchtime before I start moving the clock again?
No.
No? Okay then. Well then the next 8 fucking hours go on by. Or, not 8, my bad. 6, yes, that's right. Without encounters. Y'all have been traveling, grassy areas and stuff. And, oh, look, there's trees, and oh, wow, rocks. And it's honestly amazing that nothing wants your bacon today. Anyways, y'all have actually traveled for another 2 hours thereafter. It's getting close to sundown, and Jonathan stops the wagon and is like, alright, we're going to make camp, and he pulls off to the right-hand side of the road, which is west, away from the Dark Forest. And he's not barking out orders, but he is getting his tent set up and getting supplies for a campfire set up, and Catherine's helping. So, I assume everyone's going to pitch in, help make camp. It's going to be a warm camp, obviously. They're going to warm up their rations before eating them. Very, very nice stuff. Anyone doing anything special at this time?
Making a lean-to.
Making a lean-to. Duly noted. You like those lean-tos.
I'm an alligator.
Alligator. Anyone else doing anything special, or? No. Okay. The silence is deafening.
Well, remember, one speaks, the other one can barely speak because of net issues.
Anyways, yeah. Y'all will mark off your rations kindly, unless you'd like to skip dinner. Dom, you were saying?
Daily night routine. Like, set up probably the very big bedroll that he has.
As a turtle, yeah, you've got like this big padded bedroll, most likely, that you've had to get over the years. And yeah, Catherine says a small prayer over her food in a pretty low, hushed voice, and digs in with zeal. Jonathan's consulting his map versus the old world map, funny enough, but another map, as far as y'all can see. Alright, give me a second to clean that up.
We'll take first watch, 2 hours.
And yeah, Jonathan says one of the things he hopes y'all, well, not hopes, he's paying y'all to do, is y'all keep watch. He's going to catch some shut-eye. Gonna need to be ready for the treasure thing in the morning. As it stands, we're going to be traveling for another couple days, so get used to this. But we made a good time today. Made a good time. Alright, so let me see a watch schedule. Catherine's, of course, amicable to a 2 to 3 hour watch. Obviously, she's not staying up the whole night. And let me calculate time.
Let's see. So you said that you would take first watch, Renekton?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alright, still waiting on that watch schedule before I start advancing time. But don't feel rushed. I'm generating your first encounter, actually, now. There it is. 2 hour watch schedule, I see.
Mm-hmm. Unless Dom has something he wishes to edit.
Oh, it's fine.
Alright, give me
And
one.
NPC is the female because I can't remember her name.
Catherine.
Catherine.
Okay.
There you are. Let me look at y'all for a second, because these guys aren't too bad.
I was tired of people peeking in.
That's
I got
loud.
this from Home Depot. I was tired of people peeking in. I I got this from Home Depot.
Give me a 5% chance of that. Okay, so it looks like everyone here is set on their thing, and I apologize. It's going to take me just a moment, please. I'm just going to use the DM dice rolls here in my Discord. Alright, there we go. Aiden, you are having some background noise kind of bleed through there.
Like, I can barely hear it as is, so I don't know how you all are hearing it.
Your mic must be sensitive and your ears must be clogged. I don't know. Alright, moving forward. Let's see what we got here. Watch schedule. 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours. Ren, it will be your watch. Which one of you is Ren again?
Me.
Aha. Gator man on watch.
So,
Gator.
5th watch?
Yeah, it will be 5th watch. So give me a second here. That becomes a that for day 130. Midnight, day 130. Fuck, just lost my place. I was there, plus another that makes it. Okay, so you're about 45 minutes into your watch at this time. Now, let's get some details. Do you use a torch on watch? Actually, I need to check.
Don't think we ever discussed
down
if they had
here.
night vision.
Well, let me see what I got here.
Because I know alligators, they see better at night than they do in the day.
Yeah, no, you do not have infravision, that's right. Alright, so I presume that you have torches from your kit that you're using?
Probably the firelight.
The firelight of the thing. So every now and again you gotta stop and throw on some tinder and such that they gathered beforehand. I'm not making you all do camping RP Sim 2020. That's just lame. Alright, and let's see. How do you patrol your campsite?
Walking around the campfire.
Right, walking around it. Well, campfire gives off like a generous 40 feet of light in all directions, so walking around that thing there. Staying inside or outside of the campsite?
Inside.
Okay, you're gonna be over there. This is gonna be over there. So you're gonna be towards the north end of the campsite when this happens. Now, since I don't have a formation from y'all, unless you want to quickly write up a formation. Otherwise, I'll assume that Ren, you normally bunk at the north, and Amir to the, you know, kind of north, blah, 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 going clockwise around based off of the watch. And instead of Ren for 5th watch, it's at the northwest end of it would be your Jonathan. Yes, your Jonathan, very much. Okay. So, bearing that all in mind, Ren, why don't you give me a perception check?
Okay.
A 6, okay. Let's see, with that penalty there, your perceptions of that, you will pass. I will tell you in a moment what you see. Alright. So, you know, you're looking around, and you perceive... Oof, never mind, you're actually going to perceive that a bit earlier than I thought. Coming from the south end of the camp, you're at the north at this point, something steps on a branch outside the campfire light, and it goes snap. What are you doing?
Pull out two-handed and look towards that direction.
The rest of the party, you all can give me perception checks as well, penalty of 2. And 10, they should both make it.
Actually, a penalty is a plus, not a minus.
Oh, good point. 14 and 14. Thank you, Aiden. Plus 1 XP. You're gonna level up just for that?
By. Oh, I
Check.
passed
Leonard,
by a
roll a
lot.
d20 plus 2.
Alright, yeah. Not a Nas, but whatever your name is, Connor, you'll get it. I'm sorry, the Discord names are fucking with me, but I'm not gonna make us change them. I'll just roll with it. Alright, waiting on Leonard.
Leonard.
Littered.
Oh, yeah. Leonard, your character wakes up to that sound of that thing snapping very fast. It's... Oh, yeah. What are you doing? So you want me to put new? Okay. Here, there's a new. What are you doing? I know what everyone else is doing at this point, I think. Getting up and investigating. Well, actually, no, it's a good point. Like, I know what Aiden's character is doing. I know what my NPCs are doing.
Puns.
Jonathan. It's not how you pronounce it at all, but not pronounce, spell. But I cannot remember it off the top of my head. Okay, and Aiden, I know what you're doing. So Aiden, are you moving up to investigate as well? Or are you staying where
Yes.
you're at? Okay. So you three are going up. The NPCs are actually kind of hanging back, looking around. Let's see, does anyone have a light source? And let's see, I know Elves, you got your infravision. That's going to take a minute to adjust. Let me double check the turtle. Turtle.
Turtles do have it.
Do? Let me check.
I believe we gave them information. Yes.
I'm not seeing that on my listing here. What's your infravision range?
Let me check my. I have Turtle in flat for my race section. Turtle. Never mind, I did not give them an information range.
That's
Never
what I
mind.
thought. So, is anyone bringing a light?
I'm just going to the edge of the light.
Okay, go into the edge of the light. Well, as you all start to move forward to go to the edge of the light, or perhaps in Sebastian's character's case, go past the light so that your infravision can adjust, you hear the sound of like a couple things moving away from you all down south pretty quickly. What is the party doing?
It's leaving.
It appears to be retreating, whatever it is. Doesn't sound very big, but there's more than one of them.
And slowly back away and go back to my patrol.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything?
Test. Test. 1 2 1 2.
Can hear you now.
Okay. May I ask what is going on at the present moment?
So at this moment, I had you all towards the edge of the campsite's firelight. You heard noises moving away from you all. Not trying to be quiet, so there's no perception check involved, but yeah, a couple things, not very large in size by the sound of it, running away.
Going back to sleep.
Okay. Sebastian, Leonard, what is your character doing? Sebastian's about to get the sleeping sickness again. Hey, he's alive.
My dad, when I first brought my puppy home, took this responsibility. I will not help take care of him. Oh,
It sounds like whatever it is running away.
It's been about a month since I brought it home, and they are now BFFs. Let's set our normal rush up on the Choose your food. So, I'm restaurant. I want you fish, our restaurant. Best quality. Have a one free. So stop. Our integrity versus rush.
Okay. Y'all are going back to bed, and, you know, Jonathan and Catherine, you know, they're looking around, seeing y'all go back to bed, they relax a bit. And Jonathan, who I've now shortened to John for simplicity's sake, yeah. Yeah, he says that.
You could have went with Nathan.
Nathan.
Or Nate.
I could have, but you said Jonathan.
Jonathan, yeah.
So, Jonathan. Yep, he and, what's it called, are going back to bed. Now, Aiden, remind me, what are you doing again?
Going back to my patrol.
Going back to your
Since
patrol.
it's
Okay,
still
good.
my watch.
Yep. Alright, nicely done. Oh, the goblins will run away. Alright, the rest of your watch passes without event. I assume you're going to 6th watch now? I assume you're going to the 6th watch now?
Yeah, if my watch is concluded.
Yes, your watch is concluded.
Then yes.
Alright, Connor, you're being woken up to do your 6th watch. I assume you're doing it?
Yep.
Okay, well, about an hour into your watch, the sun rises and light shines upon Denalia. What are you doing at this time?
Waking up the party.
Alright, you'll wake up the party. At the party, you'll be woken up. Jonathan, you know, gets out of his bedroll, rolls, stretches, so on and so forth, and starts cooking breakfast. And by cooking, I of course mean warming up rations. Party, those of you eating rations, mark them off. Those of you not, let me know so I can figure out if you're going to be starving by now.
Okay, eat a ration.
Eating a ration. Okay. So I figure that will take you all a little bit of time, but it will still be fairly in the morning, and Jonathan will have you all mount back up, same formation as last time, and be ready to move out. Alright, duly noted, everyone's eating a ration. Okay, interesting. Actual, what's it called? Oh, that is a D8. I need my D6. Okay, party y'all mount back up. And Catherine, the NPC, is talking to those of you in the back. And she's asking, Connor, Renekton, do either of you worship any gods? Renekton, sorry. Very odd name. Do y'all worship any of the gods?
No.
Connor, how about you? You a holy man? Turtle? I'm sorry, was that
I said no.
No? And basically she's going to go on a thing. If y'all are interested in being saved, you know, when we get back to sea, she'd be happy to show you around her temple. You know, she hasn't seen a lot of y'all yet, but she has the feeling you'd like the goddess. Anyways, I assume y'all are going to shut her down, basically. Not interested, goodbye, or just, yeah, sure, when we get back to the city, if we get back to the city alive. If you wish to say otherwise, feel free to type it up.
Sure, if we survive this.
Very, very good, very good. Anyways, a few hours will pass by. A few more will pass by. A few more after that, it will be lunchtime again, around noon. What is the party doing? I need to remember to calculate distance, because y'all started at that time to go to that time. Is that many hours at that becomes that.
Is it lunchtime?
Point. Yeah, it is lunchtime. Jonathan, stopping the wagon again. Eating a ration. Alright, give me a second here. Again? No, I gotta roll a different one. There we go. Ooh. Interesting. Alright, let me look at the road, see where y'all are at. You're still there. That's at about mile marker there, so you'd be up over there. Okay. Should I roll up a random encounter or one of the ones I pre-generated?
It's your choice.
Alright, random it is. Alright, so it's lunchtime. Y'all are eating at this point. Interesting. Wonder what's on that page. Pretty sure I can't throw a major demon at y'all.
I don't know. What if one of us gets that lucky natural 20 double lot? Of course.
Okay,
I'm
you want a
joking.
major demon?
No, I was joking.
Yeah, no, that's way too complicated. I'm just gonna go use that page number on the easy book. It's actually pretty close to where I was. Oh. Oh, I know what you are. That could work. They're more of a nocturnal predator, though. Yeah, sure. I'll use it. But I will reduce their numbers by a quarter, because that's too many normally. Okay. Close that out. Give me a moment, please. I need to finish typing this up. Over to this side of the page. Fuck. I accidentally minimized everything. Hate it when that happens. Okay. What armor class are you? You know what? Actually, I'm gonna homebrew this. Y'all are gonna love me for this because I'm making them weaker. Okay. So the party is eating lunch at this time. And y'all will conclude eating lunch at this time, because I was just keeping you paused there for a minute, hoping y'all would like roleplay or something. But y'all eat your rations, get loaded back up on the wagon, and start moving again. And let me determine in terms of tens of yards, how far away are these things from the road? They're pretty far out. As the wagon is moving, I will need a perception check from everyone.
Perception check, you say?
Yes. No penalties. Fail,
No penalties.
pass. Right. Jonathan fails, but Catherine passes.
Pass by 16.
Oof. Leonard, your character is oblivious. Dom, your character, of course, knows. Aiden, your character
Pass
gets
by
it.
3.
Yep. I actually know your perception score off the top of my head because I had to write it down. Excuse me. For those of you that have made your perception checks, on the right-hand side of the road from y'all, about 4 tens of yards away, so 4 tens of yards, 40 yards, 120 feet or so? Is that right? Yeah, because 30 feet for a 10 of yards. So yeah, about 120 or so feet away from the road on the right-hand side are some small figures, like maybe 5 feet tall at the tallest, but probably closer to 4 feet. They're bipedal. They have this pale white skin that's pretty dirty. They've got these long arms ending in sharp claws and sharp-looking teeth. And they're kind of scavenging around. They walk around hunched over. Looks like they're scrabbling at the dirt, scratching it with those nails. And the ghouls... yes, they are ghouls. You're not sure if they've noticed you yet. Party, what are you doing at this time?
Is there a wind draft? Is there
A
a
wind
breeze?
draft. Ooh, what a good idea. Yeah, there is. Actually, kind of decently windy today. Oop, drop my D10. Fuck me.
Is it going our way or towards them?
I'm about to configure that once I get my D10 back. Y'all have a 3-second... Where the fuck is it?
You know, as a player, we know what it is, but as a characters, they don't. So I'm trying to determine if the wind is blowing their scent
Wind's
downwards,
howling.
would I be able to pick it up?
Yeah, give me a second. Is that my D10? No, that's a pen. Where the fuck did my D10 go? There it is. All the way to the side. Ow. That's actually going to be annoying to get. One moment, please. It is highly important I rescue this poor soldier. Got him. He made his saving throw versus being lost. Okay, so we determined there was a wind. Let's figure out directionality. You are heading south. They are on your right-hand side, which puts them to the west of y'all. The wind is blowing to the west. So your scent is being blown towards them.
Yeah.
What's the party doing at this time?
Can I still smell them, though?
Let's see. 4/10 of yards away. That's 120 feet. They smell pretty bad, but that's kind of far away.
I'm still a gator man, though.
That's a good point. Gatorman. Give me a perception check.
8.
8. Yeah, you smell something kind of foul.
Does it smell like it's rotting?
You're not entirely sure about that. Like, it's off. It's wrong. There's still 120 feet between you and it, and the wind isn't helping you.
Try to avoid them if all possible.
Then I will tell the group they smell wrong.
What smells wrong? Your guy asks me. Looks at it and
The
it's like,
people in front of us, they smell wrong.
in front? What the? Oh. Here, hold on. Let me pick up speed. Those are ghouls. And, yeah. Jonathan knows what ghouls are, because he just passed his intel check. Catherine's looking at them, and her hands goes into her bags, and she's reaching for something. And the ghouls do not notice you, from what you can tell, even though your scent was blown towards them. And the party is moving on past. As you go past, is the party doing anything special at this time?
No.
Nasty things, those. Good thing we avoided them. Alright. So, at this point, party, y'all are gonna continue onwards down the road. Yay! 2, 3, 3. Okay. 30. Okay, 232 added on to that. Give me a second. Or rather, that becomes a that. Becomes a that. There. Alright, still traveling at this time. When suddenly, you are awake. No, I'm joking. It's a joke. My high school writing teacher was all like, you know, never start a story with, I woke up in the morning or something like that, because that's just stupid. Everyone wakes up in the morning. Be original. So I was like, I wrote down, suddenly, I was awake. Alright, I actually have this rolled up. Well, party, let's make it about 8, I want to say.
Go boss rounds.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so party, another round of perception checks, y'all.
Pass by 5.
Okay, and let me get... Alright, the second NPC I'm going to need to check. Jonathan makes it on the nose, he makes it. Looking in that direction. Okay, So that was another 2 of those. Means that at this point, that would become a that. Putting you at mile marker there. Let me look at my map here. See, at this point, the road has started going more eastwardly towards the Dark Forest. It's still on a semi-southward bend, but it's curved pretty dramatically to the east at points. And again, it's still this fairly wide thing, maybe like 24 feet wide. I'm still waiting on a perception check from Aiden. And Dom, I forget if you rolled.
I did. I rolled a 14, and my perception's a 19.
Alright, no penalties here. Sebastian, your character gets it. Aiden, you there?
Yeah, sorry. I was debating. I fell.
You fail. All right. Well, for those of you that make your perception checks, there is a several figures on horseback, casually riding up the road ahead of y'all, heading north on the road that you're heading south on. By the looks of it, there's maybe
Weapon
8 or
out.
so horses.
Weapon out, but not in a threatening manner, seeing if they are thieves.
All right. What type of weapon do you have again?
If they are. I have the custom monk weapon.
All right.
The Shang Dao.
All right. It's a blade type deal. It's like a sword, if I remember correctly, or a different thing.
It's a. So mechanically, you simply said it does longsword damage, but it has a better reach than a longsword.
Okay, that weapon. I know what you're talking about now. Okay, so you've got that out. Good news is you're in the bed of the wagon. That's not suspicious. All right, well, Jonathan pulls the wagon a little bit over to the right-hand side of the road so that they can pass on the left-hand side, or so it feels. And is anyone doing anything special at this time?
Nope.
Well, considering I'm looking out to the back, I don't see nothing, so I'm oblivious.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I catch a scent.
Wind's still blowing and such a thing, and at that distance, no, you would not.
Okay.
Lana, is your character doing anything special at this time?
I believe his character's on the buckboard.
Mm-hmm. They also passed their perception check, so I'm trying to figure out if they're doing anything. Looks like they're not doing anything, though, since I don't see any typing. Oh, wait, there it is.
They are typing.
Do I see it? Yes, you do. 8 figures on horseback at the distance I currently have you all, which is about 8/10 of yards away, or 240 or so feet. Details are a bit hard to make out. They aren't very big, the figures. Man-sized, you know, they're not giants. Horses look normal-sized as well. Longbow out. All right. Well, you start to pull it out, and Jonathan next to you kind of gives you a side glance. Put that thing away before they attack us. I think people on a main road, like, keep it ready, but don't pull it out. And are you keeping it out? Okay. Well, he looks away from you back to the front, and you notice one of his hands kind of drifts to his side. Anyways, y'all keep going past. Well, y'all keep going forward, and these things are going forward, and it doesn't take long at your current pace. And, yeah. As you get closer, you can recognize that these people have some decently nice armor, plate mail and chain mail. And even via their helms, you can tell, Leonard, because your character is one, these are elves. And, you know, they nod over to you all, and Jonathan nods back. Anyone doing anything special as you all pass the elves? And at this point, Aiden, your character will have noticed one way or the other.
No, nothing.
Nothing.
Now the elves kind of pull their horses. You nod back. Awesome. The elves pull their horses off to the left-hand side of the road for y'all, so that y'all can pass by without bumping into each other. And the non-encounter is a non-encounter. Beautiful. Awesome. Amazing. 1. Okay. Really? Huh. Today's shaping up to be more interesting than yesterday, that's for sure. Such a low no. Oh. 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 Someone give me a detail.
A D2?
Like 1 or 2. Pick a number. I don't care which.
2.
Okay. Alright, directionality compared to you all heading south, it is heading west, which means it's flying from the east.
Isn't the east to the Dark Forest?
Yes.
Fun.
Party, like I said, round of perception checks, 2 for the NPCs. Oblivious driver, Jonathan.
Perception.
I smell everything.
Pass by 7 and do math.
Okay.
Come on, Leonard, roll your perception.
Yeah, Leonard looking for a perception check from you. Nice. For those of you that make your perception checks, you see to the east of the party, coming from the dark forest, in fact, it looks like, flying overhead about 1,000 to 2,000 feet in the air is a dragon. Size is hard to determine at this distance. And its scales have this coppery shine to them that reflects and gleams brilliantly in the morning light. Actually, this is afternoon now. What is the party doing?
What time is it?
It's currently about 5 p.m. My bad, 3 p.m.
Can cursing out the DM be my option?
If you wish to yell at the sky gods, be my guest. I'll be happy to roll for lightning strike damage.
Just looking at it and then looking bored.
Okay. Well, your NPC companion's like, oh my god, do you see that? A dragon! And at this point, Jonathan, he's looking at it, he's like, holy shit. Wow. And, yeah, they're excited at it, kind of watching it for a bit. Jonathan's trying to keep one eye on the road, one eye on the dragon. Do you think we could chase it back to its horde? Is that the treasure?
What color is it?
It appears copper. The knowledge about the metallic dragons being nicer than the prime color dragons is not common. None of y'all should have it.
I know. It was just I was asking what color. I can't do much since I don't have any ranged weapons, so watching, I guess, would be the best.
Leonard, is your character doing anything?
I can't do anything else. I don't have a longbow.
Watching. Alright. Well, y'all are going to watch this thing. It flies lazily overhead. You're unsure if it's seen you or if it has, if it even cares. And it continues to just fly overhead for... Like, you're going to see it for... It's kind of like watching an airplane over an open field until it disappears over some tree line or something.
Out of character, Double M, is this the same copper dragon that the Mead party saw?
Out of character? I'm not saying.
Okay.
Well, regardless, it seems to have done about as much to the Mead party as it has here, in that it has done nothing but draw your attention. But yes, it is also a non-encounter, although you could have turned that into an encounter so quickly. 3.
We would not have survived.
I mean, it's a dragon. 4. 5. Wow, okay, 1. Nice. Neat. Okay, so that's 5 hours later. Oh, nice. Okay. A party. At about 5 hours later, night starts to fall. The dragons at this point disappeared. Y'all have made some pretty decent time. And, yeah. Again, Jonathan pulls off to the right-hand side of the road, starts setting up camp. And,
Building
Catherine
another lean-to.
building another lean-to. There's plenty of material all around. It's pretty forested, this area. Tall grasses, so on and so forth.
Actually, a question that needs to be answered. Double M, do turtles sleep in their shells?
You can't
I would
get out of
assume they
it.
would.
It's part of your body. You probably sleep on your stomach to
He
accommodate for
means
it.
do they retract into it to sleep?
Oh, okay. Yeah, you
Yeah.
could do that. That's a thing you could do for
I'm
safety.
probably going to say yes, they do. Otherwise, during the night, a night predator can grab them, and there you go.
It's like a portable sleeping roll. Of course, sleeping on an actual bed or sleeping roll is nicer, but most beds don't take your weight so well.
I mean, I am 400 something pounds.
Okay, so you'll only have to deal with like 2 of them.
Setting up bedroll.
Alright, setting up your bedroll. Oh, 1 moment, please.
Bark,
Prince
bark,
takes offense to it.
roar. I don't roar. Bork, bork, bork.
Okay. Is anyone doing anything special as they eat?
Sadly, I can't do the little flavor hop that clerics of Pervious have, but other than that, no.
Okay. So assuming no one is doing anything special, I'm advancing time about 5 more minutes into meal time when perception checks party.
Ooh, just made it.
Well, you were at a penalty of 4 that I wasn't stating.
Nope,
Ouch.
missed.
Then no, I did not pass.
4, 10, 8, and 14. Both of those pass for the NPCs. 5, 9. That should pass for you. Okay, so Dom, Aiden, your characters will be unaware. Both NPCs and Leonard's character will be aware. About... Oh,
Hello.
Nice. Aiden, I see you're kind of out here, but I'm hoping you'll come back in a second.
I'm right here.
I heard you say hello. I wasn't sure if you were about to be called away.
No.
Okay.
My parents walked through the door, so I said hello.
How dare you. Anyways, so about 8 tens of yards or so away, at the base of a low hill, are 2 lions. Lionesses. Females. No mane. And they appear to have seen the party. Kind of crouched down over there. For those of you that have made your perception checks, at least. Oh, I forgot to check their hit dice. What are they? Oh, nice. What is the party doing at this time?
Well, I'm oblivious, so I'm still setting up my stuff, and then probably going to go on to my thingy, my watch. There we go.
Well,
Nothing special.
yeah, I know, both of y'all are oblivious. In a minute, though, you might get a second perception check as, Alright, waiting to see what Leonard does before I advance time here. Wow, Wow, Leonard, that's pretty clever. All right, so notifying the group. Are you just saying something really low and quietly, or calmly quietly? Hey guys, over to the east, about like fucking 500 feet away, are some lions, or quietly? Okay. In that case, Dom, Aiden, make a perception check at -2. Well, penalty of 2.
Still oblivious.
Ouch.
19 plus 2.
On the nose.
On the nose. Okay, Aiden, your character is aware of what Sebastian just said.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not on the nose. I made it by 1.
Well, your character is aware of what Sebastian said.
Connor is still oblivious.
Rip Connor.
All right, Dungeon Master. What do I see?
So
Or
you
what
heard
did he say?
what
Yeah.
Sebastian said. Sebastian, why don't you go type out what you said? Right. Sebastian, so as you start saying that, by the way, the lions start to move closer, keeping low to the ground, prowling. Closer, closer, and closer.
How close are they?
Well, as he starts talking, they're still at 8 away, and they're not moving super fast. They'll still be at about
8 what?
8 tens of yards.
So out of my sense of smell?
Yes.
Okay.
One second. Phone. Okay, so you're preparing a Molotov. Alright, and Dom, your character is currently oblivious. You'll get a perception check soon. And Aiden, I need to know what your character is doing.
Grabbing my 2-hander, pulling it from its sheath, and slowly.
Okay. Okay.
Drop. So he only saw 2, correct?
He only saw 2. Of course, now it does that.
Actually, I'm gonna sheath my 2-hander and climb a tree.
Okay. Well, you didn't ask about any trees nearby, but give me a perception check.
Well,
Actually, no, you shouldn't need perception checks.
you said we're going to the dark forest, and they came from the dark forest.
Towards the dark forest. The dark forest is like 30 miles away. These are coming from the direction of the dark
What's
forest.
around me?
So this is more like brushland, tall grass, that kind of stuff. Do you wish to try and find a nearby tree to climb? There aren't any like right
No.
next to you, but no. Okay. Sorry, you're going for the what's it called? The 2-hander?
No.
Okay.
I will attempt to lie in wait for them.
Like you're going into the brush to try and hide?
Yeah.
Okay.
Low to the ground.
Low to the ground. Duly noted. Okay.
Out of, if there's any wind blowing out of the direction it would blow to them. So, trying to remain upwind as best I can.
It's still a windy day, and the wind is still coming from them to you. So you've got that on your side. Okay. You're going to try and go for that. Alright. Well, party. The lions start to creep towards y'all faster, and Jonathan curses, pulls with one hand a dart from his thing, and throws it, and party, give me an initiative roll.
At this point, may I be able to make a perception check?
In a moment.
1.
Okay, party has a 1 for initiative. Dom, you can give me a perception check at this time, as you'll be like, hey, why'd it go quiet? And new round 1.
10. Okay. Sure.
Okay. You will make that perception check then, in which case you can put it in action. Note that it is coming in slightly delayed. Alright. And Sebastian, I'll need to know your action. Alright, let me get myself a paint battle map going here. Molotov, okay. Alright, so let me get this started just really quick. Party members are red, lions are blue. So that's you there, you there. You're lying in wait over there, and you're gonna be over there. Lion's gonna be blue. This many targets available. A's over there, B's over there. Okay. So that over there, she's over there, you're over there, and you're over there. So A is going to go for John, and B is going for Dom's character. Okay. And initiative's been done. Missile fire does go first. Oh, switching to the longbow instead. Okay. So you're either putting away or dropping your Molotov components without breaking them to then pull out your longbow. This will affect your initiative, Leonard, as your character has to do that. Okay. John is going to roll to hit. Does someone want to roll for him, or should I do it?
You can do it.
Okay, I'll do it. Let me double check his bonuses with the strength of that and the dexterity of that. He's at that to hit. 7 plus that to hit. You did it. 16. Alright, I'll accept that even though I rolled a 7. Alright, so let me check. He is a that of that level. A 16 plus bonuses hits that armor class. That is a hit. Give me a detail. I think it's a D2, actually. Let me check the combined weapons table. I've never really looked at darts too much. Dagger, dart. 1 to 3. No, wait, it's 1 to 2. These creatures count as large. 2, okay. So that is that many points of damage versus B. That's right, yeah. Okay, duly noted. And that dart is sticking out of that lion's face, haha. Okay. And let's see, we still got sword and attack, dagger after dart, hefting axe looking winded as longbow. Okay, Leonard, your character will get a longbow in just as the lions start to move into range, and they're going to leap forward the last 20 or so feet really quickly. So, Leonard, roll to hit as your character. Let's see, your character is a that. 15, ayo. Do you have any bonuses? Strength. Strength does not apply to a bow. Do you have a dexterity bonus, like from a high dexterity score? This is something you need to pay attention to with your character. Because if I poke over...
He has a +3.
Yeah, you've got +3, my man. You gotta keep that in your thing, otherwise you won't get it sometimes. Good news is the 15 hit anyway, dice or damage, 1d6. No, +3 is only to hit, not to damage. Ow. No, I'm accepting the 4, my man, come on. Leonard, when you use your bow, you're drawing back the arrow and shooting it. Really, it should be a strength thing, but they make it a dexterity thing. So that dexterity is only to hit. The arrow doesn't do more damage just because you're dexterous. Okay, 4 points of damage to... Which one were you targeting, by the way? A or B? A. Okay, so 4 points of damage to A. Nicely done. A, roars and looks kind of angry, but they're still coming. And at this point, melee people, they are on you, by which I mean Dom and our good friend in leather armor, Jonathan. And yeah, these creatures will attack before you due to initiative and other differences, even with weapon consideration, because they are decently fast. Although, hold on, wait, you've got not a longsword, but your thing that has reach advantage. So actually, Dom, your character will get to roll to hit first against A. Is a
Okay.
that of that level using a that. You need a that.
18.
Dice your damage.
This is large, so
Mhm.
it's a D12
Yep.
for 11 points of damage.
Hot damn. Alright. Alright. Well, yeah. Johnny boy, you've got Lion coming at you, and your good pal Catherine is there with you. And unfortunately, neither of you all have reach advantage against it, so the Lion goes to attack. Actually, I need to check, does it go for John or Kath? It goes for Catherine. Oh, that's sad. Well, let me check if that hits her armor class. What is Catherine's armor class? I never did mention that, did I? Yeah, she's in field plate. I forgot to mention that entirely. Silly me. And she does have a shield. Anyways, the creature attacks as a that plus that hit die monster. And it rolled a that. That is insufficient to hit her armor class. She raises her shield and it scratches against the shield, and that's its first attack. At this point, John and Catherine, which is two different players, I don't care who and who, can roll to hit. Here, Sebastian, you seem to like rolling for John. Why don't you do it? And Dom or Aiden, you can take Catherine.
Okay.
Alright, John, that will be a hit dice your damage. Dagger versus large, which is a D3.
12 plus bonuses that I do not know of.
Okay, well, I'll cover you in a second there, Catherine. Okay, John, 3 points of damage, duly noted. That puts this guy down over to there. Gal. And okay, so what did you roll, Dom? 12?
Well,
Plus bonuses. She attacks as a that. A 12 puts her over there. Let's check her bonuses. Uh-huh. Like I suspected. She does not manage to hit it. It ducks out of the way. And at this point... I know, right? At this point, their morale breaks after taking some serious damage, especially from you, Dom, and both of them appear to
I
be
would like to
fleeing.
know you skipped me.
You were lying in wait for them. They didn't come to you because the frontline fighters are in the front line.
I was waiting for them to pass by, heading into. I'm not gonna fight. Not worth it.
Okay. In the future, please specify where you're waiting relative to the monster to where the campsite is, or to where the party is.
If I've been told the direction they are coming, I'm going to lie in wait there. That's kind of common sense. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense to lie in wait somewhere else.
Not necessarily, but we can discuss after session. The lions are fleeing. Is anyone doing a parting shot?
unless you want me to get a second attack in with my weapon, then no.
No, you can do that.
Then yes.
Technically, it's a partial round, but allowed. Anyone else going for a second attack? The NPCs are both opting to.
Natural 20.
Diced percentage. Let's see, this is going to be a slashing type of weapon.
86.
86? Alright. Dice your
86.
damage versus large.
9 points of damage.
It goes down. Oh, god damn.
Okay. Oh.
Alright. John rolled to hit the other lion that did not go down, which is now fleeing for its life. Hey, Sebastian, roll to hit, please. Nope, I see you typing it. That is a D6. I need a D20. Also, I'll need to know, Sebastian, if your character, is trying to get a parting shot in as well. A 12 plus bonuses. That is insufficient to hit this thing. And Catherine, roll a hit. Nope. Okay, duly noted.
With a 5.
With a 5. That's going to be a miss, Cath. Alright, the other one is still fleeing. Anyone doing anything at this time? Nil. This is the wrong one. Jonathan. Heyo, lad. Okay. So at this point, John has no interest in the lion, so he and Catherine are going to go back to eating. Catherine's going to ask if anyone was injured, and assuming no one is, because I know no one is, yeah. She and Jonathan are going back to eating. What is everyone else doing at this time?
Going back to eat.
Alright. Sebastian and Leonard and Aiden, I need your actions. Back to eating. Aiden, what is your character doing? Alright, Aiden, I don't know if you're AFK or not, but I'm not seeing anything. Jonathan is gonna suggest that y'all actually do pick up and move like at least 100 or so feet away. So assuming no one objects, he's gonna break up camp. We didn't get too much set up here. Take most of the firewood with us, just load it on the back of the wagon, and move up at least 100 or so feet. Any objectors?
No objections.
Okay, in that case, party, y'all are gonna do that. It's closer to 200 feet. He wants to be, if some creature comes to go eat those things, it shouldn't be right next to the party. Alright. Anyways, at that point, he is, gonna eat, compare his map versus the other map, and announce that we're on schedule. Should be that by the end of tomorrow, we'll get there. If everything goes according to plan. We're gonna keep following the road. It's gonna curve for a bit, then start heading south again. And then after about 5 to 10 miles of that, we're gonna branch off from it, off the road into the rough of the wilderness. And this is gonna slow us down a bit, but we should still be able to make good time. And yeah, we're gonna head west, away from the dark forest, until we hit that spot. And yes, from there, we'll see about the treasure. Okay. So anyway, he's going to bed. Am I to take it that the party is going on watch?
Yes.
Okay. Aiden's still not sure if you're AFK or not. I might stick you with the sleeping sickness if you're AFK for this long. Or just NPC you. Might make it easier. Well, in the meantime, let me check my encounters. Alright, do you want to leave if you're done? Or did you typo on me to say something else? 3. Okay, give me a second. You're just listening. Okay. Now, this will occur during second watch at least, so yeah. I will need to run to the bathroom for a minute, folks. Give me a minute.
The silence is deafening.
Alright, I'm back. I heard something about silence being deafening. Okay. That's pretty powerful, but I think the party could stand up against it. It's just one of them, after all. Should be able to get the action economy in on it. Well, actually, let me check. I'll do this many at most. Alright, maxed out. That might be a bit harder. Should still be doable. Especially since I'm not maxing out their thing. Do you want another Greater Basilisk? Because I'll throw another Greater Basilisk if you want.
Hell fucking no.
Alright. You're not there, so did you just leave your character by the lion, or are they walking back?
I'm withdrawing from the entire event.
Alright, duly noted. Alright, let's see what we got here. So these things are that. Give me a second. DM dice rolls. Okay, there we go. Let's see what the range is on that weapon. Alright, other than that. Okay, and he's gone. Alright. For the sake of lore, it's at this point that the Gator Man is just... When y'all fight the lions, he's like, you know what, guys? I'm gonna head back to the city. So he's walking back to the city. And, Jonathan's like, alright, whatever. And y'all continue onwards. So, at this point, what do we got? We got these critters attacking. That's what we got. Alright. I am going to need to see an update to the watch, however. Dom, do you want to spearhead that?
Sure. Let me find it.
Wagon formation should be fine. Just take out Ren.
Okay, just posted the new watch schedule.
Okay, let's take a look.
And then there's the new...
Nice.
That.
Okay, very good. So, Amir, Sebastian, that is your character. You are still here, right, Leonard? Give me a second to pop down to-do list. Okay, very good. Okay, so you will be on watch, and you will have just traded off maybe 5 or so minutes ago with Catherine. And, she's got field plate during the daytime, but she sleeps in chain. So she's still changing out of her field plate into chain at this point. When, Amir, I will need a perception check. Catherine, you get your perception check. Okay, she makes it. And sleeping people will not get a perception check at this time. Oof. Amir, that might come and bite you in the ass in a minute.
Did he fail?
Yeah, he failed.
Oof.
Moment.
Sorry, Leonard, you might die here.
Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. Okay, let's see if these things notice the party. You're joking, a nat 20. Alright, that means that these things are doing that. Let's figure out directionality. That direction from the party. That puts them there. Where direction are they going compared to the party? They're going there. Alright, that's not bad. So I'm going to give you all another 2 rounds where you could see them. Alright. Sebastian, another perception check, please. And Catherine... Catherine's up again. She's looking around, grunting that axe out. Hey, Amir, do you hear that? But you do not hear it. I swear I heard something. And it will be at this point sleeping party members can also give me perception checks. Okay. Jonathan wakes up.
Passed by 16.
Yeah, you heard it. Something is walking around and branches snapped. Leonard, your character is still blissfully unaware. If only those were attack rolls, right? Yeah, good times.
Drawing sword.
You draw your sword. Okay, so you're getting out John's sword.
And moving to investigate.
Moving to
To
investigate.
investigate.
Okay. Well, it will be at this point in time that, yeah, okay. Let's see what Sebastian's armor class is. with the penalty of not seeing it, of course. Okay, they attack as that hit die monster. Unfortunately, Sebastian, you're an elf, and that comes into play here. What is your armor class normally?
Oh,
Normally 3. Very nice. Good being on top of that. So that one actually misses,
Oh,
funny
no.
enough. The other one is going to hit, though. For 4 points of damage, Sebastian. Ouch. I believe you have 6 HP, so you're going to need to give me a system shock roll. Dice percentage. You want low. 72. Okay, you will pass that system shock. Ow, that hurts. Yeah. So, what has happened here is, well, to be fair, you did alright there. It's if you're in the 90s, you have to start worrying. Sebastian,
Orcs.
from about 2 or 3 tens of yards away, so about 90 or so feet, there are 2 figures that are holding glowing balls of red light, and one of them just threw one at you, the other one threw one, but it missed you. And these figures are moving up towards the party. Fast party, dice initiative.
Oh god, I know what these are.
Yes, you do. I need an initiative roll.
I think I know what these are at least. Oh god damn it. Why? Why double M? Let's try the bonk strategy again.
Mm-hmm. Okay, initiative of 2. I need actions. Other than Sebastian Corvo going XD.
I mean, I put bonk
Mm-hmm.
because that's literally what I'm doing.
I need
bonking
Leonard's
one of them.
actions.
Do 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 do.
No, you're still awake. You passed your system shock roll. It hurts, but you pull together, you're still up. Bow and arrow. Okay. Now keep in mind, these things are 90 feet away, but they're moving at roughly human speed, which means after about 30 seconds or so, they're going to be here. So you can shoot with the bow now, but the second shot, they're going to be up there with you. Are you sure you want to do that? Okay, what are you going to do? Sword. Okay, you're drawing your sword and preparing for them to attack you. Alright, well, party of Dice Initiative. These things are moving up. John actually is going to go for another one of those darts of his. He throws it, and it has a that, and these things have an armor class of that. Give me a moment, please. He attacks as a that of that level. To hit that armor class, he needs a that. That will unfortunately be a miss. And, okay, I don't believe we have any other missile fire here. Catherine hefts her axe and tries to get up in front. She's got chainmail on instead of her normal field plate. Yes, good times here. Okay, so at this point, initiative's good. These creatures, however, are multi-attackers. So initiative's kind of disregarded here. Let's see who they got. They like Sebastian, but they also like Catherine, so those are really who they're going to target, because those are both elves, so... One's going for you, Sebastian, A, the one that threw the ball at you, and B, the other one that threw the ball at you, but he's not going for you, he's going for Catherine. Okay, so at this point we're splitting up combat, because I'm going to have Jonathan help out Sebastian's character, and Dom, are you going to help out the other character? Make it a 2v1 on both ends?
I will help the one, Catherine's.
Okie dokie, so we'll start with Catherine's thing. It rolls to hit her. She is armor class that. This thing attacks as a monster of that level. With a that is insufficient to hit her armor class. It swings at her with one of the red balls, and she raises her shield. It detonates against the shield and does no damage to her. At this point, Catherine, who's just going to be me, I'll just roll for the NPCs at this point, and Dom, you can roll your attacks. Okay, Catherine swings and misses.
A 16.
Ooh, a 16. Attacking as a thirst level thief. A 16 hits that armor class. Do you have any bonuses? I don't think you do. Ouch.
As a monk, no.
As a monk, no. You are incredibly lucky. That's exactly what you needed to hit them. Dice your damage.
These are man-sized, correct?
These are man-sized.
For 5 points of damage.
Nicely done. Out of 5 do. Okay. Decent damage versus that. It's going to go for its second attack versus Catherine. With a that, it is going to hit her. Probably. Let me check. Yeah, that hits
How tall
her.
are these things?
About 5 or so feet tall. They appear to be about the size of
5 or so
elves.
feet tall?
Yeah, they're about the size of elves, wearing dark cloaks and holding red balls of energy, and this one smashes that ball of energy against Catherine's shield, and she takes damage. Kind of screams out in pain. It's like, ah, bitch. And, yeah, that's not good at all. Okay, at this point, that is that round for you guys done. We move on to Sebastian and Jonathan. Sebastian and Jonathan, yes. Sebastian, this thing tries to hit you, you duck out of the way. Roll to hit. Jonathan swings his dagger and misses. A 2 and then a 3 was rolled, respectively. They're both pretty nasty. 18, Sebastian, dice your damage.
Oh,
What are you attacking with?
Did not mean to.
This is a
not mean to
longsword,
press
correct,
the
Sebastian? Let me check your character sheet. Bloop, expand. Because I thought you had a longsword. That's a D8, not a D6. Don't forget, you might have bonuses from strength. As a 15 strength, you actually don't, unfortunately. Alright, 4 points of damage. Pretty good. So, you hit this thing and it kind of lets out this unholy shriek that makes your ears want to bleed, but yeah, it's not an actual spell-like effect. I'm just being dramatic here. It rolls to hit you again. With an 8, it might not hit you. You're armor class 3. This thing attacking at that to hit 3 needs a that. That misses pretty solidly. Alright, again, it swings at you with the red ball of energy, and you duck under it a second time. And that is it for round 1. Let's see R2, people. Alright, Anaz, you're going to try and use your weight to overbear it.
Basically, yeah, he's 520 pounds.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the ground shudders where you walk. Duly noted.
So he's legit just going to try and grab him and then just fall.
Not Anaz, but Dom's character is a turtle, wearing a turtle shell. He's like the Ninja Turtles, they're heavy. Alright.
My character
Now,
is
Sebastian,
only
what are
roughly
you doing?
200 pounds. The shell that's attached to them is over 300 pounds.
Mm-hmm. Sword. Okay, give me an initiative roll, people.
I'll roll it with a 6.
Alright, initiative is tied. These are multi-attackers, however, so they will go first. Alright, Catherine, it rolls to hit her, and that might hit her armor class right now. 14 hits that. Yeah, ouch. Okay. Ouch. Damn, Catherine. Yep, that's cathartic. Okay, Catherine, let's make that wisdom check. Oh my goodness. Catherine, thank goodness you're a cleric and you not dumped, but you didn't dump into wisdom. Catherine, it screams in pain as this thing slams one of the red things directly into her chest. She like staggers back and falls to one knee, and she is trying to back off and retreat and bind her wounds at this point. Anaz. Not Anaz, but roll to hit, Dom.
Okay, that's pretty good. 15.
15, that is a hit. You have grappled this thing and started to bring it down. Give me a strength check.
Okay. 2. My strength is a 15.
Yeah, you managed
I don't
to
know if
keep
that's
it
good or not.
pinned under your bulk at this point. It's like reaching out with one hand, trying to form one of those red balls of energy to throw at your companion who is binding her wounds. Sebastian, on to you for the round. Alright, so this thing swings at you again and misses with a 2. Your turn. So Sebastian, let's see that roll to hit.
Don't fail us now.
Oh yeah, dice your damage. For 5
Now,
points of damage.
I do have a question.
Go ahead.
I do have a question for you, Double. Since Connor did just kind of grab onto him and then let his weight just fall, would the person take damage from that since it is 520 pounds
Good
with
point.
gravity
Give me a
falling
D4.
on top of it?
Give me a D4.
3.
3? Alright. Hey, you can take 30 XP for that. Okay, so at this point, Sebastian, this thing is not taking its second attack because it is attempting to flee. Are you going for another strike on it? Nope. Okay, let me check the crit tables, because your ally did. Miss off balance penalty of... Okay, yeah, no. What's his name? Jonathan swings and misses pretty terribly. Alright. So Dom, your character has this thing here pinned, which kind of works against you. Take 2 points of damage, as it, like, smashes the red ball into the side of you as best it can.
Okay.
Alright, so what are you doing as of this round now? Catherine manages to bind her wounds.
Guy.
Going for a bite. Turtles, do you have a bite attack as a turtle?
Portals do have a bite attack. 1d6 versus all.
Alright, go ahead and do it. Catherine's going to cast Cure Light Wounds on herself at this point.
A 15.
A 15, dice your damage. Oh, by the way, it missed you with one of the red balls. Sebastian, okay. What is your character doing at this time?
For 4 points of damage.
Sebastian, is your character doing anything special at this time?
No.
Helping out Anaz. How are you helping? Attack? Keep in mind that he's on top of this thing, which is going to mean that you're at a penalty to hit it because it's got cover, but roll to hit.
Well, he could, like, lean and, like, just stab at its sides.
That's what the roll to hit thing basically is accounting for. With your dagger, okay, so pulling out your dagger to hit it, go ahead and roll to hit. A 7. Unfortunately, that's insufficient to properly hit its armor class. Dama, if you want, I can give you a tiny DM level lesson here. You're providing 90% cover, which gives it a bonus of 10 to its armor class. However, it can't move around, so its only armor class is that bonus, plus a small bit for a thicker skin. As you bite the weird, and it dies. And that taste is horrifying. You want to clean out your mouth with fire. My god, that's horrible. What were you thinking? It's undead. It's... bleh. But you managed to hold down your dinner. And the other one is running away. Leonard, your character, doesn't know. Marking off another one of those. Alright. Well, the NPC is healing herself again, and she's back up to full. Good for her. And, yeah. Dom, what is your character doing now?
Standing up, taking the body, and moving like 5 yards away, putting it down, and then coming back.
Okay. Well, as you come back, Catherine's like, here, hold still a second. I saw you got hit. And she will heal you for 8 points of damage. And Sebastian, she looks over at you and says, stay awake for another half hour, and I'll get you too. And she pulls out her thing over by the twilight. She's got some book, and she begins praying for spells. Restore 1 hit point, and good thinking. Yes. Jonathan, you know, he's like, oh, alright. Wish we had the Gator Man for that. Would have been nice to have another body to throw it at. Okay. And he will go back to sleep while the rest of you all are up and on watch and stuff. Okay.
After I get healed, I'm going back to sleep since it's not my watch.
Yes, it was Leonard's watch. So yeah, Dom, your character, going back to sleep. Sebastian,
I'm a total roll.
About 45 minutes later, your companion asks you to hold still while she heals you, and you are restored for 6 points of damage. And she'll again need another 15 minutes, which she will get, and she will have all her spells back, and she'll thank you and go head off to sleep. Okay, party, I hate to do this, because I had a fun thing planned we didn't get to yet, but I think I'm going to tap out here. I am fairly pissed off at Aiden for ditching like that, but oh well. Anyways, you all did great tonight. Leonard, I was super happy with how involved you were here. Love to see that, man. So yeah, we're going to drop out at this point. I'm going to kill the recording.